YouTube, how is it going? Happy New Year to all you lovely folks out there. I'm recording this video early morning of January 1st. I actually just took my car to get washed. It's a weird way to start the new year, but it's a great time. It's a time to reflect upon 2016, all the good things, all the bad things. Now we're looking at 2017, and it's pretty much a great time to adjust your life and to see where you want to go with it. But I'm not going to talk about this video. I'm actually probably going to make another video after this discussing that in more detail. But I did want to talk about the college football playoffs semifinal games that occurred yesterday. Let's jump right into it. So the first game we saw Washington versus Alabama, and I watched this game pretty closely up until probably about the middle of the fourth quarter when I kind of realized it just wasn't happening. It wasn't Washington's day. But let's start the game off. Washington gets the ball first, and they drive down the field. They had great play calling. I mean, they switched up. They gave Alabama's defense a lot of different looks, and they're moving the ball successfully. And then we saw a beautiful throw by Browning to, I forgot the receiver's name, in the end zone. Beautiful. Fade to the back corner. On point. Great timing play. Touchdown, 7-0. And at this point in the game, I was like, wow, this might actually be Washington's day. They might upset Alabama. And then the next drive, Alabama gets the ball and they get stopped, and Washington proceeds to get the ball back. They're up 7-0. They got the ball. It's the first quarter. You're like, oh man, are we going to see the upset today? Is this the day? And no, not at all. Not in the least bit. Alabama quickly showed why they are the best team in college football. Let's literally just start with their defense. I mean, their defense literally is the best I've seen in quite some time. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can stop the Cleveland Browns, no problem. That's how good they are. And probably a lot of people are like, oh, no. College defenses can never match up to, even the weakest NFL offense. But I'd beg to differ. I mean, that defense is really good. The defensive line's like a brick wall. I mean, kudos to Washington for attempting to keep a balance and, try to maintain the run game. But it wasn't working. Literally no gain. 2-yard gains, not going to get you anywhere. But, like I said, I do respect Chris Peterson for trying to maintain balance, even though it clearly wasn't working out. They literally had like 6 in the box the entire game. They had 4 down linemen and maybe 2 linebackers, and you couldn't even run the ball on that. There was no way. The defensive line was just manhandling Washington's O-line. It was the sight to see. I mean, if you really enjoy football for like the pure aspect of actually watching the X's and O's move, you would have saw complete dominance by Alabama, and it's just how it was. I mean, it's what you got to accept. The linebackers of Alabama are quick. They move sideline to sideline, no problem. And the defensive backs just absolutely locked down Washington's skill players. It resulted in Washington attempting to go east and west the entire game. A lot of wide receiver screens that were getting blown up in the backfield. And then you saw some, shift the running back into the open space and try to get him into a spot where you can make plays, and they swarm. Literally, they're so quick that you see open field, and then you see 3 Alabama defenders in the next second. It's absolutely insane. They swarm to the ball. They're a very well-coached team. Nick Saban and the defensive coordinator, I don't know the defensive coordinator's name, but they do a very good job with it. Washington's defensive side of the ball is actually rather impressive. I don't know if it was poor play on Alabama's part or if it was a better play on Washington's defense part, excuse me, but Washington's defense is no joke. I mean, they definitely have a good line. They were holding, Hurts and, Scarborough and all the running backs in check for the most part. I mean, they did give up, that big 68-yard run to Scarborough. And, I mean, it was definitely the way that Alabama moved the ball by choice. But I don't really believe in Jalen Hurts as a passer yet. I mean, the guy's a true freshman. Dude's an absolute stud. But he has some shaky parts of his game. And if you're going to attack Alabama, it's via Jalen Hurts and his inability to pass the ball successfully. He can run the ball. They run a really good read option. He's a tank. They showed a video of him powerlifting during the game, during high school. Dude's an absolute monster. He's like insanely big. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Cam Newton, big-bodied quarterback, a little shaky on the throwing part, but I mean he runs the read option well. They have great running game. They have great line, but it was a tough game to watch, honestly. I was a little disappointed. I was expecting a little bit closer, maybe like a 7-point finish or a 3-point finish, something worth watching. But that game, honestly, it really wasn't worth watching. It really wasn't exciting. I mean, you watched Washington try to move the ball out of their 20. It rarely happened. Then you watch Alabama get the ball on Washington's like 40 because the punter, I don't know, he had some good punts and he had some bad punts. It just wasn't working for him. I was disappointed in Alabama. The fact that they only put up 17 points on offense, considering the fact that they got the ball at the 50 or on Washington's side of the ball majority of the game. Like, come on, man. You guys got to do better than that if you want to win a championship. But the defense also had a pick six, which is huge. I mean, you can't turn over the ball and expect to beat Alabama. It's just not going to happen. I saw. Wait, I think they turned the ball over 3 times. I think the third one was like garbage time though, where he just heaved it up. But two critical ones. I mean, the receiver was stripped and he fumbled the ball and they lost it early in the game when they were moving. That could have been points. I think Alabama capitalized on that. Got a field goal off of that. And then a huge interception, which they got 7 off. So if you think about it, I mean, they got 10 points off of turnovers, which is going to kill you. They only put up 24 points, and they got 10 of them all turnovers. You kind of killed yourself, shot yourself in the foot, can't turn the ball over. Washington was amazing coming into this game, not turning the ball over. Had a great differential. I don't know what happened. Alabama's defense happened, I guess. But on to the next game. There's really not too much of a discussion this one. I was actually really, really disappointed in Ohio State's performance. Clemson just walked through them like 31-0, I believe. That was the final. I kind of turned it off. I was just done. I had high hopes for that game. I thought it was actually going to be the best game of the night. I think it had like a 3-point spread, and I fully anticipated it coming down to 3 points at the end, or even them going to overtime. That's how much I actually thought these teams were close. It didn't happen. Clemson was obviously the better team. They came prepared. They literally ran through Ohio State to the point where I was like, wow, maybe Ohio State shouldn't be in this, the football playoffs. I mean, it was just after halftime, J.T. Barrett got worse. I was like, come on, seriously, got worse. And Deshaun Watson is obviously the best player. Well, he was the best player going into the college football playoffs, and he's going to be the best player in the finals. It's going to be really intriguing to watch this rematch. I really think that Clemson's hungry. Clemson fully wanted to play Alabama. They wanted nothing more than to give it another go. If you guys don't recall, last year's finals was amazing. It was 45-40. Alabama took the crown, of course, and it's a great game, and I'm super excited about watching it. Let me know in the comment section who you guys got. If you got Alabama, if you got Clemson. I believe the point spread has started off with Clemson getting 7. And if I were to make my bet today, I'm a gambling man. I love gambling. I would say that I'm going with Clemson at 7 because I fully think that they can win the game. And I think they put up 40 last year on an Alabama defense that wasn't as good as this, but they're still going to put up points. And I'm curious to see if Alabama's offense can actually put up points. Clemson's defense, pretty good. I mean, they're not Alabama's defense, but let's see how they can stop Jalen Hurts. I mean, obviously, their focal point has to be to stop the read options and the runs by Scarborough and company. And it's just going to be a great game. But then again, I did think that these 2 games that we just watched yesterday were going to be good. So we'll see what happens. I'm super excited. It's going to be a great game. And let me know, you guys, like I said, let me know who you guys think is going to take home the crown in the comment section below. I just want to thank you for watching my video today. All the support is always appreciated. And I hope you guys have a great 2017 and Happy New Year's.